Right, so welcome back to another video on this channel, and I wasn't actually going to do a video for this game, but I just decided why not, to be honest. Even though it is my birthday today, the grind stops for absolutely no one, and yeah, Leeds United 2, Crystal Palace 0 at Elland Road. Another, very controlling performance, very dominant performance going forward from Leeds United, and yeah, I am going to rave a lot about Leeds United in this video, so any Leeds fans that want to listen to me just ranting and raving about your team, feel free to do so, because yeah, as I said, I'm a real big fan of this Leeds team. I'm sure a lot of you who have been long-term subscribers to this channel will know at this stage that, I'm a massive fan of this Leeds team, and of course Marcelo Bielsa and the way he plays football, and yeah, that's once again what I'm going to be going on about in this video. And yeah, just another completely dominant and just assured performance from Leeds United, especially going forward, and I said in my gaming predictions video there on Friday that Leeds are one of the most unpredictable, extravagant teams in the Premier League, and I really enjoy watching them because Leeds United and of course this Marcelo Bielsa system, it divides a lot of opinion in Premier League fan bases, and I think for one, I'm one of the ones that actually, loves this. There also is people, of course, that say, oh, you know what, football shouldn't be played like this, it should be a results business rather than just entertainment solely. But I purely disagree. I think that, football fans nowadays especially look to be entertained, and I don't get where this, mentality of Leeds only do it to, just appease the fans and not get results. There's a reason why Leeds United have, just come up and, are 10th in the league after this victory, ahead of Arsenal, who, are having a really bad season, but even still, to be ahead of a so-called top 6 club, that doesn't really show to me that they're not going for results, because I don't understand where this mentality comes from, because Leeds, even with this extravagant, just, all-out attack style of play, they still are getting results to show for it, so I really don't understand where that mentality comes from, and that is purely one of the main reasons why I love so much this Leeds United team, and the system they play, and Marcelo Bielsa's thinking and his philosophies. But yeah, of course, it was Jack Harrison who did put Leeds United ahead on 3 minutes, a really good goal from him, even though, it was a good strike, but it was deflected into the back of Vicente Guaita's net. I think really lazy and just, sluggish defending from Crystal Palace. Nobody really closing Harrison down, and just allowed him to have a free shot on goal, and that's one thing you definitely do not want to do against this Leeds team, because believe you me, they will certainly punish you, and that is of course what they did. Then in the second half, Patrick Bamford making it 2, RAPHINHA's shot saved well by Guaita, but Bamford just a really composed, just, really calm finish, and that's one thing I really like about Patrick Bamford. He's just one of those footballers that has a touch of elegance, a touch of finesse, and he tries to, play the game at his own pace, makes it look easy at times, and that is one of the main reasons why I think I really like Patrick Bamford. He's one of my favourite players, if I'm honest, at this moment in time in the Premier League, because of that, just finesse and just all-out sauce, I would say, that he does possess when he's playing football. He missed an absolutely, terrible chance in the first half, but that is one thing you will get with Patrick Bamford, because for all the goals he will score, he will miss quite a lot of good chances as well, but I think he will take that risk if, of course, he is putting the ball into the back of the net in the end. And to be honest, at the start of the season, when, Patrick Bamford went on this, really good goal-scoring run at the start of the season for Leeds United, I was one of the ones that thought that, it was going to be a bit of a flash in the pan, like, Timu Pukki last season, when he scores a few goals at the start and then kind of, dips around Christmas and doesn't really do anything for the second half of the season and beyond. But I've really been proved wrong, if I'm honest, because Bamford has continued his goal-scoring run. I'm actually going to see now how many goals he has this season, because I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, he has 12 goals already in the Premier League this season, so you know what, if he was to finish the season on 15 goals, which, he definitely will do at this stage of the season, it would be a massively, a successful season for him, especially with the fact that, at previous clubs in the Premier League, like Crystal Palace, Norwich, Burnley, where he's really struggled to make a mark in the Premier League, I think this season he's really taken it like a duck to water, and really does fit this Marcelo Bielsa system absolutely perfectly, and will be a big player in this Leeds United team going forward. And yeah, in terms of Crystal Palace, because as much as I'm obviously going to rave about this Leeds United performance and overall how they play, obviously I have to go into Crystal Palace as well, because believe it or not, they were involved in this match, but yeah, they just look really void of any ideas, any creativity, any just attacking intent going forward without Wilfried Zaha, who of course was injured for today's game. Yeah, I think if they were to lose Zaha in the summer, I think it would be, very much a struggle for Crystal Palace to stay in the Premier League next season. I think they probably will keep hold of him because, at this moment in time, it doesn't look like he will be moving on, but they relied so heavily on Ebereke Eze today, and although he did do relatively well, he can't really do it all on his own. I think it's really unfair for it to demand that of him, and yeah, I think Crystal Palace actually looked a lot better when Michy Batshuayi came on. I think he gave him more of an outlet up front, more of a target man, got players involved into the game, and was trying to press at this Leeds defence and did cause them a bit of problems here and there. But yeah, overall, just a really, I'd say, flat and just sluggish performance from Crystal Palace. They are a very ageing team, and of course in the summer they have a massive rebuild ahead of them. So many players out of contracts, and such an ageing squad is going to be a mass rebuild for Crystal Palace in the summer, and I think next season they will have a much, differing squad. I think there'll be a lot of new players in there, and probably a new manager, because I can't see Roy Hodgson managing Crystal Palace beyond this season, because his contract of course is due to expire in the summer as well. But yeah, in terms of the Leeds lineup, I mean, my man of the match personally was RAPHINHA, who I just think once again was absolutely incredible incredible once again. A really just silky, saucy, elegant baller. I mean, there was a piece of skill he did in the second half, early in the second half, where he just did this mad flick to nutmeg Gary Cahill, and it was just absolute filth. I mean, he's just an absolute baller, if I'm honest, RAPHINHA. An incredible signing from Rennes in the summer for Leeds. And not only is he incredibly skillful, he's got a very good end product. I mean, his passing range is just ridiculous. Reminds me a lot of Hakim Ziyech, who of course does play for my club Chelsea. You know, a very skillful player with a really good work rate, incredible passing range, and you know, he does know where the net is as well, and was unlucky not to score tonight as well. So yeah, RAPHINHA, an incredible piece of business from you know, Leeds United in the summer, and probably up there for signing of the season in the Premier League. I think he's been that good for them this season, and of course will continue to be that good because he's still very, very young as well, so only will get better. Obviously, Patrick Bamford gets a mention, another assured performance from him tonight. I've already gone on to how much I rate Patrick Bamford. Jack Harrison, really good again on that left wing for Leeds, gives them a lot in terms of work rate. His work ethic is actually second to none. He's very fast as well, causes a lot of problems for those Crystal Palace defenders tonight, and yeah, I think his end product once again really developing, and he has got a good few goal contributions this season. Stuart Dallas, a really useful player for Leeds, started on the right side of that centre midfield three tonight, but you know, is very useful in terms of versatility, can play all across the back four, all across the midfield, and can do so really, really well as well. Calvin Phillips, who did come off injured, you know, another player who's just really impressed me this season, an absolutely brilliant midfielder, anchors the midfield so well, and you know, extremely calm on the ball, breaks up play really well. So yeah, hopefully his injury isn't, you know, too long, because he did end up coming off with like 5 minutes to go. Luke Ayling, another one down that right hand side for Leeds, really like him, really impressed me this season so far, and another player who's gone down to the lower leagues after being released by Arsenal at an early age, and yeah, really proving himself at Premier League level. Offers a lot to Leeds down that right hand side again, and another one of those players that's consistently performing. And I think another thing we can't, you know, rule out with Leeds is the fact that they are missing two of their, you know, you could say prominent centre backs in Robin Koch and Diego Llorente, so they're having to play Pascal Struijk, who, you know, before this season wasn't even a regular starter whatsoever. So yeah, Leeds, even, you know, missing two of their best centre backs, still are keeping clean sheets against Crystal Palace, even though of course they didn't have Zaha. They had players like Mateta, Eze, Townsend in the second half, who, you know, aren't the best of footballers overall, but, you know, can produce. And yeah, if we actually look at the league table now, as I said, Leeds back up into the top half of the table. They go a point above Arsenal. They do have a game in hand as well, and of course do play Arsenal at the Emirates on, I think, Saturday or Sunday, which is going to be an absolutely incredible game. The last time these two sides met, it was 0-0, but it was a very eventful game overall, and I think this time round will be a lot more eventful with some goals, hopefully, because yeah, I think it's two sides that complement each other very, very well, and yeah, should be fireworks in that game, but yeah, we will see. And yeah, once again, a really impressive, inspiring, you know, as I said, extraordinary performance from Leeds United going forward. Very dominant once again in attack, and I think that is where we're going to leave this video. I think that is everything I have said on this game. If you do enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like. 20 likes, as per usual, be massively appreciated by myself. Also, if you could subscribe to the channel on my birthday, you know, that's all I ask for on my birthday, is that you do subscribe, because that would be, you know, a very, very good present for me. And yeah, we are now looking to hit 1,400 subscribers as soon as we possibly can. So if you do hit that subscribe button, it would cost you absolutely nothing, and yeah, as I said, would very much make my day. So it is very much a win-win situation, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Leeds United back into the top half of the Premier League table with a 2-0 win over Crystal Palace at Elland Road, and yeah, see ya.